Tell me about just this particular piece, like how you wrote it, why you wrote it.
I did the research. I wrote it because the Grail was having the Grailville was having their 50th anniversary, and they asked me, they commissioned me, to do it. Commissioned me, they didn't give me money. They said, the community needs this piece, would you do it? Now that's a beautiful, interesting thing. So many artists are living in isolation. And just like, you always you got to make it to get your audience, whatever your medium is. You got to fight like hell, and usually end up fighting with each other to get there. So I left New York City. Couldn't handle the scene. And after all that, well, you're going to be so famous someday and nothing's happening, but here I am in this community, and I started to feel like, well, I must be a failure. And then one day I was working on one of these ritual pieces, and I realized I'm not a failure at all. I've been published. I've got stuff published. I've got a background here, but it's not anything that I had anticipated. Nothing that seemed to make it worthwhile that I had let my daughter go live with her father, for example. But anyway, I've realized that I was not a failure. I was a tremendous success because I had gotten exactly what I wanted. I had gotten the ability to function as an artist with a community of people that really cared about my work. And I didn't have to fight anybody or compete or convince or sell or do anything. They would say, write this, we're waiting, we want to do your work. And so I felt real lucky and blessed at that point. And I would like, I think, for this medium to be more widespread, so that someone like Leslie is here observing all of this, because she feels she could write she's a poet, she could write a poetry ritual theater piece on a different thing that's important to her. She thinks she could do something on rape, that could be really healing. See, I've finished another piece, my next piece. I'll do the Circle in the Light if somebody wants it, but the next thing I'm on to is related to breast cancer. Breast cancer as an environmental disease and a political question and a feminist issue.
And you're going to do that in the same way, a ritual?
Right, and I'm going to work with women who have had it. Now here's the little twist on it, though. This is not just about breast cancer and let me tell my breast cancer story. This is like working with women who have had the disease or those who have lost somebody or dealing with somebody close to them. Because it's a metaphor, it becomes a symbol for what is happening to the world. It's these women, all right, so if I tell you the whole working title, you'll get it. It's called Rage and Healing, a ritual by surviving warriors from the clan of the not-so-many-breasted women on behalf of the great mother and planet Earth. That's the working title. You get it?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I had breast cancer. It's not that. It's like, I got breast cancer, and I got to tell you something. It's happening to everybody, and it's happening to the mother, and we've got to do something about it. See, that's the other thing. How do you get politics and art together without it coming out didactic and, and like you feel like you're getting hit over the head by something? How do you have a theater of conversion? And that's in terms of touching the spirit, but also you change your life around, your perception of reality. This is a very apolitical time we're in now, and it's a very dangerous time. And people feel hopeless. How can we get some energy channeled into being involved in this material world and into the crisis that we're in as a planet and as a people?
I think you're doing it with your work.
Trying.
And I thank you. It's very healing, and it's wonderful to see. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me.